And we're cutting across to updates coming in the NEET hearing in the Supreme Court. The top court making some scathing observations. This is a CJI-led bench that's hearing the case, and the Chief Justice of India has said that it's clear that the sanctity of NEET exam has been compromised. And the Chief Justice of India is batting and rooting for a retest, saying if the sanctity of the exam is lost, then a retest is necessary. If the tainted can't be separated from those who didn't cheat in the exams, then a retest is necessary. The Chief Justice of India also backing these comments by saying that an e-leak of papers can spread like wildfire, that if this was done online, it means that there is access to a lot more than perhaps what has been suggested at this point. The Supreme Court has suggested that a panel be set up to examine all possible red flags and thereby ensure that the next time around we don't see the same kind of irregularities taking place. Now, the Chief Justice also, while hearing this case right now, has highlighted how it affects so many lives, saying this is dealing with the lives of 23 lakh students and their future. He's also asked what is the modality to actually check the leak and the scope of what kind of a leak we're actually talking about. Nalini Sharma, legal editor, is joining us with more details on this. Nalini, the Chief Justice of India making some very, very important observations, particularly on the question of whether there'll be a retest.
Well, absolutely, Akshita. In fact, the Chief Justice of India has gone ahead to say that if it is proven beyond doubt that the sanctity of the exam has been compromised, and if there is no way to differentiate between the tainted candidates versus the untainted candidates, then the re-examination will have to be ordered by the Supreme Court. But at the same time, the top court has said that they will determine to what extent the leak has happened, because in case the exam paper was leaked only on the morning of the exam, which is the 5th of May, then it is possible that a lot of students weren't able to get access to the question paper, which leads them to believe that there might in fact be a possibility to separate the tainted candidates from the untainted candidates. But that is why the Supreme Court is trying to understand the entire process of exactly how the examination paper is prepared, how it's transferred to the examination center, where the printing happens, and exactly how it's secured during the time after it's printed and before the exam actually happens. In fact, Akshita, the Supreme Court's also recommended setting up an expert committee. It's only a suggestion so far. A final order to this effect has not been passed, but the Supreme Court has recommended that they will set up an expert committee to identify what are the red flags in this entire process that is carried on by the NTA to determine as to whether or not there is an overhaul of the process that is required. But one thing that the CJI has said, the most important takeaway that's coming from the hearing so far, is that the CJI has told both the centre as well as the NTA that it is beyond doubt at this point that the sanctity has been compromised of the exam, because it's an admitted fact that in fact the paper has been leaked. The petitioners have also told court that they have a video that is available with them where they can show how the question paper as well as the answers were circulated on a Telegram channel on the 4th of May, which was one day before the exam was conducted. That's a video that the petitioners have. They might be submitting it before the Supreme Court. It remains to be seen what happens during the course of the hearing, but some very important observations, like you pointed out, coming in from none other than the Chief Justice of India himself.
And this is just day one of the hearing. Considering that you've got several petitioners in this case, several sides that will be heard, it will be important to see what the Supreme Court has to say. But several big takeaways so far already coming in, Nalini, which is that the Supreme Court is making it very clear, and the CJI-led bench is making it very clear that this is a grave matter that they're taking up very, very seriously, and that they are taking on record the fact that there have been very clearly irregularities, particularly the paper leak.
Well, absolutely, Akshita. And another important thing that we need to remember is that both the centre and the NTA have staunchly opposed any retest when it comes to NEET examination through their affidavits. And what they've told the Supreme Court is that there are a lot of honest students across the country that will be disadvantaged if there is, in fact, an entire retest that is ordered by the Supreme Court. But at the same time, the Chief Justice of India has also said that if there is not a possibility to segregate who has been tainted versus who has not not been tainted, then there might be a possibility that the court will have to order a retest in its entirety. So it remains to be seen how the hearing goes on before the Supreme Court, because right now the three-judge bench, which is headed by the CJI, is inquiring from the centre on what the FIRs that have been filed are, how those FIRs have been filed, and what action has been taken against the persons who have been arrested. So only after understanding the nuances of the investigation that has already been carried out will the Supreme Court decide what needs to be done. They've also gone through the note that was prepared by the Bihar Economic Offences Wing that was looking into this entire matter, and on the basis of that, the petitioners have claimed the entire case, where they've said that it is admitted in the statement by the Bihar authorities about how the paper leak in fact had happened and how some students had access to the question paper beforehand. Another very important thing that the CJI has pointed out during the hearing was that the number of toppers, the number of people who've obtained the 720 marks this year is significantly higher than any of the years that was seen before. So the CJI has put a rider. He said, of course, there will be honest students in this part as well who have received the full marks, but at the same time, there is a possibility of some tampering, considering that in the previous years, there was maximum 1 or 2 or 3 students that were receiving the full marks, but in this year, there have been over 60 students that have received the full marks. So that is another point of contention that the CJI has highlighted, which he will be looking into. In fact, he's asked if there is a possibility of analyzing the data of the top 100 students, which the Solicitor General said that it has already been done, and it was observed that they were across various centers, across various states. There is not any one particular center or one particular state from where the maximum toppers have come. And this is after the top 100 students who have scored the highest in the NEET examination. All of their results have been analyzed by the center. So it is after that the Solicitor General has made this statement. But as to whether or not the Supreme Court is going to be satisfied with the level of investigation, as to whether or not the Supreme Court is going to be satisfied with the affidavit that was filed by the NTA and the center, where they categorically said that there should not be any retest of the entire NEET examination, is something that remains to be seen, because the Supreme Court, no doubt, is going into the intricacies of the matter. They are understanding the entire process, how it's carried out, how the examination actually happens, and as to whether or not what are the loopholes where there might be any possibility of the examination paper being leaked, or for any unfair advantage to a certain group of students, exactly how it can happen, and as to whether or not there were any officials that were involved in the entire process.
You know, what is really the scope of the hearing here, Nalini? Because if you look at the arguments and the observations being made right now by the Supreme Court, it isn't limited to these irregularities or the paper leak. The CJI seems to be indicating that they also want to understand the full process of how NEET is conducted and thereby look into loopholes as well. So is there a possibility of the Supreme Court actually ruling and changing perhaps how NEET itself is conducted to deal and address with some of the problems here?
Well, Akshita, talking about the scope of the matters that are pending before the Supreme Court, well, it's going to be extremely broad and extremely wide, because remember, it's not just students who are asking for NEET to be scrapped that have approached the Supreme Court, but there are also students who have specifically asked for the exam not to be scrapped. So there are students on both sides of the coin, those who are asking for a retest and those who are also specifically asking for there to be no retest. In fact, the CJI in the pre-lunch hearing had categorically said that those students, I think there are about 56 students who have approached the Supreme Court saying that there should be no retest. All of those students will be on the side of the respondents in this case, because they'll be arguing on the same lines that the government and the NTA is also going to be arguing on why there should be no retest. So on the petitioner side as well as the respondent side, on both sides there are students who are likely to be impacted by this decision. But at the same time, the Supreme Court is going to look at the intricacies of this entire matter, because one thing that the Supreme Court's made very clear is that if the sanctity of the exam has been compromised, then there will be no option but to conduct a retest, essentially because not only does
but importantly, Nalini, my apologies for interrupting, but details coming in right now from the court where the CJI has said that cancelling an exam should be the last resort as it involves so many students' lives. And that's an extremely important point, because as we're highlighting how the CJI is saying that there's perhaps a need for a retest, looking at what's happening, and has said, if there are issues, there must be a retest. If it's affected so many people, there must be a retest. The CGI, importantly, has also said that, cancelling an exam means a huge burden on so many students. He's also, in fact, the Chief Justice, while hearing this matter, has said, let's not be in self-denial. What happened for this exam and what steps we are taking for the future must be addressed so that these leaks don't take place. And that's exactly what we were talking about when we were referring to the scope of the hearing also taking place. But it's an important message that's being sent across by the Chief Justice on this, Nalini, when he says that, look, cancelling the exam isn't the solution here, knowing full well how many students this particular issue affects.
Well, absolutely right, Akshita. And let's make one thing very clear for our viewers, that the only condition under which the Supreme Court is going to cancel and order a retest is if they are fully convinced about how the entire leak has taken place, and more importantly, to what degree has the question paper being leaked impacted the actual test. Because if it's impacted the test to a very small degree, and there are a very small number of students who can be separately identified as having benefited from this paper leak, then there will not be a complete retest for everyone, because it's not just impacting the students, but ordering a retest will also impact the administration, who will have to prepare for the retest in an infrastructure manner, the logistical manner. All of those things will have to be taken into account, not to mention that there will be a more delay for the students who are appearing for these exams in going ahead with getting their internships or getting their placements after this exam is conducted. So it's going to lead to major changes within the students, also within the administration. So that is essentially why the Supreme Court has said that it's the last resort to order a retest, and that last resort will only be resorted to if the Supreme Court is convinced that this entire paper leak and all the unfair means that have been resorted to during the NEET examination have actually permeated the examination itself, and the very essence and the very basic sanctity of the exam has been compromised. If it's only to a limited extent, that the Supreme Court is going to take steps and take measures to make sure that that is dealt with without ordering an entire retest for all the students. So it is due to that reason that the Supreme Court will have to look into intricacies of the matter, which is why they're trying to determine exactly how the paper leak had happened. In fact, the CJ has also gone ahead and said that if the paper was leaked through electronic means, then it has the possibility of spreading like wildfire and spreading on a large scale within a short period of time. So all of those aspects will also have to be looked into as to exactly how the leak happened, who were the students involved, who were the officials involved, and more importantly, what have the authorities done after this entire scenario has come to light.
Okay, important highlights that are coming in right now from the hearing. And looking at what the CGI is saying right now, Nalini, definitely looks like they're also keen on having at this point a multidisciplinary committee with experts from across the country coming together. And this is what the CGI has said, that there should be some sort of a committee from experts across the country, because we're dealing with the most prestigious branch of study, and every middle class person wants their children to study either medicine or engineering. Assuming we're not going to cancel the exam, how do we identify the beneficiaries, and if we can allow the counselling to happen, what's happened so far? So essentially the CGI is taking a route of trying to find a solution to the problem here, and definitely seems like they're leaning towards having, a bunch of experts really coming through and brainstorming on how really to address this problem.
Well, absolutely, Akshita. In fact, the Supreme Court's not just keeping it restricted to this one particular NEET case, even though that is the aspect on which the arguments are being conducted, but the CJ has made it clear that they will have to determine how to even prevent such a thing from happening in the future. So if there is a committee that can be set up that can look into what are the red flags and the loopholes in the entire process of conducting examinations by the NTA, then that expert committee can come back to the Supreme Court with certain suggestions on how the entire process can be made better. There is no doubt about the fact that the process is not foolproof. It has its flaws in place, which is why we are standing here today witnessing all of these instances happening of paper leaks and of scrapped exams throughout the country. So if there is a manner in which this process can be improved, then the Supreme Court is going to try and ensure that happens, whether that's through an expert committee or whether that is through the Supreme Court issuing orders on its own is something that remains to be seen. But yes, the Supreme Court has recommended that they will set up an expert committee opportunity to identify what are the red flags in the entire process and as to whether or not there are any procedural changes that are required in how the examinations are conducted, so that at the end of the day the students are not hampered. The students do not have to come back and knock on the doors of the Supreme Court trying to get justice, through which the entire procedure is then in fact indefinitely delayed. Because now the Supreme Court will have to decide on this aspect as early as possible, because even though earlier the Supreme Court had refused to put a stay on the counselling for NEET, but at the same time this has been a prolonged issue now that the Supreme Court will have to look into and decide one way or the other whether there will be a retest or whether there will not be a retest when it comes to the NEET exam, because that is ultimately what the students are waiting and watching for the final word to come in from the top court of the country.
And I think what's very, very clear, at least looking at the observations and the comments made so far by the top court, by the CGI, is that the last resort is cancellation. They know full well what this means for so many countless students, and as the CGI himself said, 23 lakh students, fate hangs in the balance here. So they know full well that cancellation is something that will be an absolute last resort. But having said that, there are irregularities. There's a paper leak that quite simply cannot be ignored. And I think what also the CGI is particularly concerned over, which he's also voiced, Nalini, is the fact that, this was a paper leak that happened online as well. So the scope of how many people actually were affected, how many students actually it spread to, is something that's yet to be really established.
Well, correct, Akshita. And in fact, a very important statement has just come in from the Chief Justice of India, where he said that what the court has to identify essentially is whether the whole exam was affected, which means that the paper leak affected all the candidates who were appearing for the exam, or is it possible to identify certain wrongdoers. Now, if there are certain wrongdoers, whether they be candidates, whether they be teachers, whether they be officials who are identified because of which certain students got an unfair advantage, then the CGI has said that only for those select students there can be a retest that can be ordered, and depending on those marks they can be judged on the basis of what they receive in the retest. But as long as they can differentiate between who are the students who got an unfair advantage versus who are the students who didn't, if that can be done, then that will be the most ideal way to go forward with this, which means that the Supreme Court is trying to take a middle path where the honest students who've given the exam, who've not been part of the leaked paper, who've not gotten any unfair advantage, are not disadvantaged in any manner. They can go ahead with the exam results, but at the same time, if there is any unfair advantage that has been given to certain students, and if those students can be identified, then they can appear for a retest that the Supreme Court can order. So according to the three-judge bench, that might be the most ideal scenario to go ahead with. But the essence of that lies in the fact whether or not the investigating agencies are able to do their job and whether they are able to differentiate between the students who've managed to get an unfair advantage versus the students who've not managed to get an unfair advantage. Because only when that is determined will the Supreme Court be able to decide how to move forward in this case, which is essentially why, Akshita, the Supreme Court's asking some very pointed questions to even the central government, because the investigation has now officially been handed over to the CBI. So some very pointed questions being asked to the central government about the FIRs that have been filed, what steps have been taken after the FIRs have been filed to pinpoint exactly who are the people who were responsible for this paper leak, and at the end of the day, what action has been taken against them so that the court can determine what the next steps should be in line with the investigation that has already been conducted.
Also importantly, in such a circumstance, Nalini, with the kind of comments that are coming in, and right now in the hearing, you've got the CGI asking how many students appeared in previous years versus now. The petitioner is making it clear that it's pretty much the same number. The CGI has also told the centre, can we run data in the cyber forensics department to find out whether the whole exam is affected, if it's possible to identify wrongdoers, in which case a retest can be ordered for those students only, which is what you were also telling us. Besides that, the CGI are also saying that all lawyers who are appearing for the petitioner here must consolidate their submissions as to why there should be a retest, and the centre will give the entire list of dates, and then we can take this up on Wednesday. Now, what they've also sought for is a status report from the CBI. So important really, because I think that kind of sums up what the CGI is focusing the hearing on. One, about why there should be a retest. Second, about the central government and the investigation that's happening by the CBI. And third, what the centre's argument is against a retest, Nalini.
Well, Akshita, this is exactly in line with what we were discussing right now. The Supreme Court will have to look into the intricacies of the investigation to determine to what extent this paper leak has impacted the exam. And that is precisely why they have now also asked the CBI to submit a status report on exactly what they have found during the investigation so far. This is going to be crucial for the Supreme Court to look into to decide what needs to be done. I think they are going to decide for the hearing to be conducted on Thursday this week. Till the time the CBI is able to file a status report before the Supreme Court, and also the petitioners, the students are given a chance to submit a note before the bench detailing the points under which the examination, a retest, should in fact be ordered. Remember, it is the case of the petitioners, some of the student petitioners, who are stating that the number of toppers this time, which is around 67 people who've received full marks, that is in question. The kind of statements that have come in from the Bihar officials who've been investigating the matter is in question. Along with that, they've also mentioned the affidavit filed by the NTA themselves, and they've said that the NTA in its affidavit has also admitted to the fact that there has in fact been a leak of the paper. So under these circumstances, it is pertinent that a retest is ordered. But at the same time, the Supreme Court's made it clear that if the sanctity of the exam is compromised, the entire exam is compromised, then there will be a retest. But at the same time, if the Supreme Court is able to segregate in any way the tainted candidates from the untainted candidates, then the retest will only be ordered for a small section of people. So it remains to be seen now what the CBI says before the Supreme Court. I'm given to understand that there is a possibility that the hearing has now been further adjourned to Thursday. We're still waiting for the update from our reporters inside the court, both Kanu Sarda and Shrishti Ojha, who are getting us these updates. But at the same time, it remains to be seen what the Supreme Court decides, whether or not in finality there will be a retest ordered for all the candidates, only for select candidates, or whether there will be no retest at all. It's going to be an interesting hearing to watch out for. Throughout the week, there will be developments because there will be the status report filed by the CBI. Along with that, the notes that will be filed both by the government as well as the students who are appearing as petitioners in this case.
Okay.
So it remains to be seen what the Supreme Court decides in finality. But for today, some very important observations that have come in from the CGI himself.
Okay, so in all likelihood, this hearing now will be taken up in a few days from now. Essentially, the Supreme Court are indicating that they need more information on the investigation to decide essentially whether there needs to be a retest. And largely, the decision will be taken based on whether they're able to identify who was affected and who wasn't. So that will be based on what the investigation throws up. Thanks very much, Nalini, for joining us with all of those details and the live updates of what really has been playing out in the Supreme Court. We'll continue tracking all the latest on the NEET controversy and the hearing in the top court.